Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Saeed leaves for Tunisia to lead the Sultanate's delegation to the 30th Arab League Summit. Salalah Airport is ranked as 5-star category for regional airports on the global level. And Oman Tel Company announces to establish an integrated laboratory for renewable energy in the Governorate of Ad-Dakhiliyah. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan, leaves today to the Tunisian Republic, leading the Sultanate's delegation to the ordinary session of the 30th Arab League Summit, which will be held in the Tunisian capital on Sunday, the 31st of March 2019. His Highness and his accompanying delegation were seen off by their Excellencies Sheikh Saif bin Mohammed al-Shabibi, Minister of Housing; Sheikh Saud bin Sulaiman al-Nabhani, State Advisor; Dr. Madiha bint Ahmed al-Shaybaniya, Minister of Education; Sheikh Al-Fadl bin Mohammed al-Harthi, Secretary General of the Council of Ministers; Sayyid Saud bin Hilal al-Busaidi, Minister of the State and Governor of Muscat; Noor ad-Din al-Ray, Tunisian Ambassador to the Sultanate; and Saif bin Mohammed al-Abri, Secretary General at His Highness's office. His Highness will be accompanied by an official delegation comprising of their Excellencies Sayyid Badr bin Hamad al-Busaidi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs; Dr. Abdullah bin Mohammed al-Saidi, Minister of Legal Affairs; Sheikh Mohammed bin Saeed al-Kalbani, Minister of Social Development; Saud bin Ali al-Raqaishi, Sultanate's Ambassador accredited Tunisia; Khalifa bin Hamad al-Badi and Saif bin Ahmed al-Sawafi, advisors at the office of His Highness; Dr. Ali bin Ahmed al-Isai, the Sultanate's Ambassador accredited to Egypt and its permanent envoy to the Arab League, and a number of officials. In preparation for the 30th Arab League Summit in Tunisia, the Arab foreign ministers held a meeting to review the agenda and decisions that will be forwarded to the summit. Their meeting focused on decisions by the Economic and Social Council on the ministerial level, as well as the final communique that will be issued by the end of the Arab Summit. The meeting also reviewed the political development of the Palestinian cause, activating the Arab Peace Initiative, Israeli violations in the occupied Jerusalem, development of situation in Syria, Libya, Yemen, and Lebanon, as well as the Golan Heights in Syria. It further discussed enhancing Arab security cooperation and development of the system to combat terrorism, in addition to the performance of the Arab League. Meanwhile, Ahmed Abul Ghait, Secretary General of the Arab League, called on political solutions for the disputes in Syria, Libya and Yemen, while stressing in his speech during the meeting that all Arab countries are united in their stand towards Golan being a Syrian Arab land. Salalah Airport ranked as 5-star category for regional airports, being the first airport in the Middle East and the 4th airport to obtain this ranking in the same category. This came during Skytrax World Awards for 2019. The event was organized as part of Passenger Terminal Expo and Conference being held in the British capital, London. This achievement came to reflect Sultanate's tireless efforts and big investments in its tourism infrastructure. The Chief Executive Officer of Oman Airports reviewed during the conference the achievements and works of the Sultanate in building and preparing Salalah Airport as to reach its current outstanding level. Within the Sultanate's endeavor to benefit from the renewable energy sources and to preserve environment, Oman Tel Company announced, in cooperation with the Ministry of Education, to establish an integrated laboratory for renewable energy at Science and Technology Center of the Ministry in the Governorate of Ad-Dakhiliyah. The company will provide all requirements of the lab of equipment and appliances for renewable energy. The lab aims to train and acquaint students with the renewable energy technologies and its applications. Still to come in our news bulletin. The romantic opera Lakme is the next attraction at the Royal Opera House, Muscat.
Why is competition good for businesses? Businesses compete in things like price, quality, and service to win new customers who could be other businesses as well as consumers. Being competitive can mean more customers choose you rather than your rivals. But when businesses collude and don't compete, this can lower down the quality and service, and the consumers paying more than they should. This is an unlawful practice and can stop consumers from getting more options on goods and services with better quality and better prices. That's why the Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Law was issued to regulate the freedom of practicing any economic activities and stabilize the principles of the market rules and freedom of pricing in such manner that the same shall not restrict competition, prevent the same, or be negatively affected, thereby to benefit consumers, businesses, and the national economy. Breaching any of the law's clauses could lead to prison sentences and fines up to 100,000 Omani Riyals. The punishment can also include paying 10% of the total annual sales of the products subject of the violation, as well as damage to the business's reputation. Help us in preventing anti-competitive activities by contacting the following numbers. And to know more about the law and the prohibited activities, please visit our website www.cmc.om. Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Center.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The German Chancellor today praised King Abdullah II of Jordan for the role his country plays in endeavors to end the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, no matter how infinitely laborious the efforts for two states, Israel and Palestine, side by side in peace and safety may be. Angela Merkel made the remarks during a ceremony at the St. Francis Basilica in the central Italian city of Assisi, ahead of handing over the St. Francis Lamp of Peace to King Abdullah of Jordan. Merkel greeted Abdullah II and his wife, Queen Rania, at the Basilica alongside Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte. King Abdullah is receiving the award for promoting interfaith dialogue and coexistence. Merkel received the Lamp of Peace of St. Francis Award herself last year for promoting peaceful coexistence among peoples. Turkey's foreign minister said today that his country is committed to a deal to establish or to purchase an advanced Russian surface-to-air missile defense system, despite warnings from Washington that the deal could put the NATO member countries' participation in the U.S. F-35 fighter aircraft program at risk. Turkey's decision to purchase the S-400 air defense system from Russia has increased already tense ties between the NATO allies, including over the war in Syria. The U.S. had issued repeated warnings to Turkey over the planned purchase, arguing that the Russian system may pose a security threat to the high-tech F-35s. Speaking at a joint news conference with his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in the Mediterranean coastal city of Antalya, Mevlut Cavusoglu ruled out the possibility of Turkey selling the S-400s to another country, as suggested by some analysts, as compromise solution. The U.S. had argued to sell 100 of its latest fifth-generation F-35 fighters to Turkey and has so far delivered 2 of the aircraft. Rangers at a national park in northeast Thailand have rescued 6 baby elephants that were trapped in a mud pond. The elephant calves had been struggling to climb over the slippery banks of the pond. Park officials at Thab Land National Park said their rescuers took 5 hours yesterday to manually dig a path for the calves to climb out. The rangers said they didn't know how the elephants became trapped in the pond. Elephants play an important part in Thailand's culture and are the country's national animal. The Omani Society of Obstetrics and Gynecology organized a conference on heart diseases among pregnant women. Heart diseases are the main cause for mother's death. The event came to raise awareness about these diseases and ways to treat them during pregnancy. It also discussed available methods for the diagnosis of these diseases. Specialists from inside and outside the Sultanate took part in the conference. A seminar was held in the Wilaya of Dank in the Governorate of Al-Dhahira to shed light on a shua tree, which is considered one of the wild plants that naturally grows in wadis, mountain edges and high areas. The plant has many benefits in medical and cosmetics aspects. One of the schools in the Wilaya of Dank adopted a project to plant these type of trees and preserve them, as well as spread awareness on the many uses that the tree has in various aspects. The event was accompanied by an exhibition that shed light on a number of products made from wild plants, and some pictures were also displayed showing the Omani environment. The Royal Opera House Muscat ROHM for 3 nights will adopt the romantic opera Lakme that reflects the global depths of the opera's vision for the season. The story is about the Hindu priestess Lakme and a British officer who fell in love with tragic consequences. The show includes classical musical pieces accompanied by dance performances that combine the Eastern culture with the West, creating a magnificent artistic work. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates with chances of high and moderate clouds. Scattered rainfall is expected over the Hajar Mountains. Low clouds and fog late at night and early morning are expected over the governorates of Dhofar and Wusta. Winds will be southeasterly light to moderate, occasionally active, while seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1 meter. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main headlines once again. Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Saeed leaves for Tunisia to lead the Sultanate's delegation to the 30th Arab League Summit. Salalah Airport is ranked as 5-star category for regional airports on the global level. And Omantel Company announces to establish an integrated laboratory for renewable energy in the Governorate of Al-Dakhiliyah. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.